Not many people realize that getting permanent residency in Canada has become a much more difficult task.
A temporary 2-year cap on new international student permits.
It's important to understand that the political climate has changed, and now fewer Canadians unfortunately are open to immigrants. Especially with the international student cap, that might be a blessing in disguise actually for many people. This is exactly what this video is about. In Canadian immigration, the more time you have, the better. If you study for 2 or more years, you get a 3-year postgrad work permit. But what if you only have enough money for a 1-year study program? Can you still get PR with just 1 year on your postgrad work permit? Well, in this video, I'll give you 5 ways to increase your chances of making 1 year enough for PR, plus 1 bonus way. And in the second part, I'll give you different recommendations for study programs. Number 1, rules are not equal. Minister Miller announced that graduates of master's degree programs will soon be eligible to apply for a 3-year postgrad work permit, meaning if you find a 1-year study program that works for you and your budget, you will be getting the same PGWP as someone studying a 4-year bachelor's degree. This offers tremendous opportunity. Number 2, get more time. Let's say you can't do a master's degree. Well, not everyone knows, but you can actually get a few extra months on top of that 1-year postgrad work permit you get. When classes finish, you have 90 days to apply for a PGWP. It's wise to only apply once you get a full-time job offer for a job that leads you to permanent residency, and more about PR jobs very soon. However, you can only continue working once you've applied and received a letter of confirmation from IRCC that your application has been received. Let's say you have a job offer, you've applied, now what? The timeline can be 1 to 3 months from when you apply to approval. In the meantime, you have implied status, meaning you can work and count that experience to that important threshold of 1 year Canadian full-time work experience. Number 3, partners can help. I know that not everyone has a spouse when they move to Canada, but you will have 5 years together if you do for PR. Let me explain. Now only master's and PhD students are allowed to bring in their partners on a spousal open work permit. While you study, they can work on that SOWP and continue working using that permit when you get your postgrad work permit for 3 years. Altogether, if you do the math, it's a 5-year runway. And on top of it, you can get spousal points. If you have a spouse, you can add their language ability, education, work experience to increase your overall CRS score when you apply for PR. And yes, unfortunately, for bachelor's or college level programs, there's no more the spousal open work permit option on the table. Number 4, some jobs make PR easier. If you do some advanced research, you will see that Canada has a labor shortage in trades, healthcare, agriculture, transportation, and STEM fields. This means that people with work experience in those industries and sectors have a much lower cutoff score than others. For example, the regular general cutoff score can be around 500 or more, but for people in trades, it's just around 400, which is a much lower barrier to get permanent residency. To identify if your job makes PR more accessible, my team and I built PR Indicator, a total game changer, and we even made it free for you. Let me show you how it works. One of the biggest problems that immigrants face is they don't know if their job eventually leads to permanent residency. This is why we built the first in Canada PR Indicator. Once I demonstrate how it works, I promise you, you'll be impressed. First step, find your job on the list. Let's say I want to work as an architect. Second step, submit. Now what the system does on the back end is it compares the knock code with express entry priorities to see how likely you are to apply for PR. There you go. So it gives you a high probability of obtaining PR with this specific job. So now you know I can get legal help when I apply for PR, or I can do it myself, but I'm pretty safe. However, what if your job is on the low spectrum or the medium probability of PR? Let's see. So for example, you work as a cook. Let's say you're a cook, do the same process, find the job, hit submit. Now the system is gonna go through over 10,000 job titles to find that, oh, this job has medium probability of PR. First step to solve any problem is to be aware of that problem. This tool is exactly that. It allows you to become aware of whether your job leads to PR or not, and then you can take appropriate steps. For example, you can get legal help from my law firm or somebody else. The last thing you want is to lose everything you've built here in Canada, all the money and time you invested. Check out PR Indicator, go to jobhelper.ai, and please let us know if you like this product and what we can improve to make your new chapter even more successful. The PR Indicator is part of our broader ecosystem of AI tools to help you during your immigration journey. Feel free to check it out in the description of this video. Number 5, getting provincial nomination. If you want permanent residency, in some cases you might have to move to a rural place that offers lenient PR pathways. This is also known as PNP or Provincial Nominee Program. Apply for PNPs where your occupation is in demand. A provincial nomination adds significant 600 points to your CRS score, effectively guaranteeing that you will get invited to apply for PR. Please remember, you need to be extremely careful about selecting where you move, as the province might appear good, but not in your specific case. So please take a lot of time and research to make this choice right. Number 6, the bonus point. French is a huge asset. Not only does French give you 50 extra points, but it also puts you in the French-speaking express entry category, which makes PR way more realistic. Plus, you only need CLB 7, which is an intermediate level of the ability to speak French language. That's why I highly recommend and encourage you to start learning the French language. And as another bonus, some of the ways that didn't make it to the list are improving your IELTS score, as the higher your result, the more points you have, and building a good relationship at work also is very important. Your employer can be the golden ticket to PR if they're willing to sponsor you and provide you an LMIA job offer later down the road. However, it's a discussion for a whole different video. Let me know if you're interested in the comments to learn how an employer can push your PR and provide an LMIA PR support. Before we continue, please make sure you give this video a big like, as it took a while to put all this insights and information together, and subscribe to make your new chapter successful. Now here are 5 programs I would recommend to increase your chances for permanent residency in Canada. But please remember, your case is unique, so these are just general recommendations. Take it with a grain of salt. And if you'd like a one-on-one meeting to talk about your specific strategy, feel free to book it in the description below. Number 1, computer system technology and any software-related programs. Number 2, healthcare aid, or even better, a nursing program, but that's off the table as it's not really a one-year program. Number 3, electrical engineering. I know one 20-year-old girl who works as an electrician, making over $100,000 per year, and she is a permanent resident. Number 4, aircraft repair. There's a high demand for aircraft mechanics, and you can become one fairly fast, plus make really good money with it. Number 5, horticulture production. In case you didn't know, horticulture is the art or cultivation of plants, gardens or greenhouses. Professionals with experience in this field have a high chance of getting permanent residency. But again, important, choosing a study program is subjective to your specific case. All the links will be in the description below this video. Please make sure you like it and subscribe, because we're here to make your new chapter successful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and watch this video next to learn what provinces of Canada will suffer from the international student cap.